Hey guys, today's video is all about makeup brushes, which ones are my favorite and how I like to use them. I made this video for one of my students. She needed a guide for shopping for makeup brushes, and I figured it would be a useful video for other students to know what brushes to buy, and also if you just enjoy applying makeup for yourself. Sometimes it's a little confusing. There's so much in the stores out there. So which brushes are good to buy, synthetic brushes or natural hair brushes, which ones are better for different techniques, etc. So I'm going to go through these brushes that I have over here, and I'm going to explain to you each one. So I'm going to start with a foundation brush. The foundation brushes I like when they are synthetic. This brush here, I love it, but I don't even know what brand it's from. There's no name on it, but it's, if you can see here clearly, it's a synthetic brush, but it's pretty dense, and here you can see the shape. It's pretty flat, so it's really nice for applying foundation. But what I also like using it for when I'm applying makeup on my clients, I also like using it for applying moisturizer. It kind of gives a very luxurious feel. It's very soft when I put it on their skin, so I use it for applying moisturizer and also for applying foundation. Now to blend the foundation in, I have this brush here, which is also a synthetic makeup brush, but this one is got more hair in it, it's more dense, and the ends are very soft. So when I apply it and blend in the foundation, it works really nicely, and it really gives you like almost an airbrushed effect when applying the foundation. So that is what I would use this brush for. This one here is by Crown, and it's the C519, you can see here. So that is what I like to use. If you notice, the brushes I use are not huge. I do find smaller brushes are better for more detail and for getting a more perfect finish. For myself, I may use a bigger brush, but for clients, I like to use smaller brushes. The next brush I'm going to show you is a blush brush. Blush brushes, I like them to be made of natural hair. This brush here is by Rephr. It's a 04. It's quite a luxurious brush. I absolutely love the Rephr brushes. They're made of goat hair, so it's natural hair, and they're super soft. When I use them on clients, all my clients tell me how soft they feel, and it's very important for me that my clients should enjoy the experience when I'm applying makeup, so I try to make sure that all the brushes that I use feel really good. This brush here, if you can see the shape of it, it's like an oval. It's a little flat on the side. If you can see, it's not like fully round here. You can see the shape like that. So I like this brush. It's not too big, but it's big enough. I'll use it for contour. I'll use it for blush. When I'm using it for contour, I may just like hold my fingers here to make it even flatter, so I can apply like the contour, like let's say for example like that, so I get a really nice crease or wherever I want to apply it. So it's a really good size for applying blush, for applying bronzer, for applying contour. So this size brush is probably my favorite, although I do have other sizes in my kit. But I use this for everything for powder pretty much, and it blends really nicely too. Now the next thing I'm going to show you here is a concealer brush. This one is by Bdellium Tools, and it's number 934. And you can see here, this is made of synthetic, like I would use for foundation. Concealer should also be synthetic, but I just use smaller because I'm applying it in much smaller areas. Concealer is usually just to cover up whatever redness you have a little bit under the eye. So I'll use this to apply concealer wherever I need it. And then the other brush that I like to use here is a blender brush, and this one here is by Rephr again, and this is a 01. And I absolutely love this brush. It's natural hair, and it's very, very soft, so it's amazing for blending. So this is synthetic. It doesn't really blend, but it's great for applying the makeup where I want it, like any cream makeup, it's amazing for. And then I'll use a natural hair brush in order to blend in the makeup. Because makeup always needs to be blended in. Makeup that is not blended just looks terrible. So this is a great blender brush. And I'll also use this blender brush just for applying powder wherever I need. So I'll use it to blend the concealer, and I'll also use it or blending the foundation. Sometimes it's a small brush, but it really works well everywhere. And as I told you, I like small brushes, but this brush I will use also for applying powder where I need it. I'm not a big powder person, especially with setting powder. Usually I apply setting powder just in the places that the face needs it, where I want the skin to be a little more matte, or I need to set the concealer, etc. So a small blender brush is perfect for what I need. The next brush I'm going to show you is eyeshadow. This eyeshadow brush is by Bdellium Tools. It's number 777. I believe it's natural hair. It's pretty soft, which is what I like for applying powders. An eyeshadow, so I'll pretty much use this for all eyeshadow. It's great because it's, if you can see the shape of it, it's flat, but it's also like, it's enough that it's round, so I can use a lot of different techniques with this brush. I can blend, I can apply in the crease, I can just apply straight on and press it down. It's a great brush. I have a lot of these in my kit, and I even use these sometimes for applying the cream eyeshadow too, because it's just such a versatile brush. So that's the eyeshadow brush that I love. The next brush I'm going to show you, and I have it in 2 sizes, is by Morphe, and I have here the M561 and the M508. And these 2 brushes are very similar, just one is bigger than the other. They're probably synthetic, I'm almost sure they are, but whatever they are, they're really great brushes. They're short and they're dense, and so I like to use these for a couple of things. I like to use them really for blending pencils. I like to use them for applying pencil as eyeliner. So very small detailed work. If, let's say, I apply a pencil eyeliner and I want to blend it out so it looks more like an eyeshadow or just gives a soft blurred effect, I will probably use one of these brushes. If I want to do a little under eye shadow, almost like a liner, but I'm going to use powder, I'll also use these brushes. They're really great brushes to use. And the last brush I'm going to show you here is a fine liner brush by Senna. This is 000, and you can see how fine it is. And I absolutely love these brushes for applying gel eyeliners or cake eyeliners. Anything liquidy that needs to be very fine. This is a great brush. Also, if someone wants beauty spots or freckles added, this is a great brush for that too. So I really like this brush, but any similar brush from any company will work well too. The last thing I want to show you is sponges. I really am a big brush person. Most of the time I'm using brushes, but here and there I want to use sponges, but I do not like the beauty blenders for the simple reason that they're not so cheap and they're impossible to get clean. So they're really not sanitary when I'm using them for clients. So instead I have these sponges. They're very similar to the beauty blender, just not the same shape. These come in triangles, but they are sanitary because I can take a clean one for every single client. So these sponges, they're pretty much disposable. They work great. So if I'm in the mood to do a makeup look and use a sponge, I have these in my kit for when I need them. And the other thing that's always in my kit is a spatula. Not really a brush, but I wanted to show you because I'm all about sanitation always, and you need a spatula when you're using cream products that you can't squeeze out. You need to scrape them out with something. So this is my spatula that I always have with me, and I also have alcohol wipes or whatever or the Beauty So Clean in order to sanitize it in between uses. So I always have that in my kit too. I hope that helped you if you're a professional or even not a pro. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, please like, follow, and subscribe.